Hey everybody, it's John, back with a little bit of a different video today, but it's definitely related to chestnuts. So if you're interested in a little something different, stay tuned. We'll show you something new. Hi everybody, my name's John from Lake Erie Chestnuts. Today we're going to work on a little bit different project. Earlier this summer, my sons and I bought this OMTech MF2028 90-watt laser engraver cutter. It's a pretty cool machine. We're just now learning how to use it. But today we're going to take a project that is going to be very useful for chestnuts on a small scale, and maybe someday we'll be able to turn it into a larger scale project that can help us become more efficient at sorting our chestnuts. So we have the chestnut thing set up here. We're going to turn the machine on. It goes through it. Well, after some reading, I've determined that I'm going to use wood, and I'm going to build a rim around this rather than the plastic. Just reading that there could be some toxic fumes from cutting that plastic and it could melt. Anyway, I'm going to end up using wood, and we'll see how that goes. That would have been convenient to use that, but it didn't cut at all, and I'm afraid of getting more powerful laser on it. And I've cut wood before, so this is basically almost 1/4 inch birch plywood. It is actually a 5.2 millimeter. So we'll put this on to the working surface. I have a manual set here where I have to bring the table up to the laser. There's definitely a learning curve when it comes to using this. All right, after a bit of time here, we've done some measurements, and we have that simple pattern here. That's going to cut 1 1/8 inch holes, and you can see that it's a total of about 56 holes. We're going to, using our piece of birch, we're going to frame with the laser and see, are we within the limits of the piece of material? And that's going to be the outside edge of this. It seems like it's going to be pretty substantial, maybe a little too wide for me to be able to reach out and shake it. I think I'm going to make it a little more narrow. We're finishing up framing. This seems like it's better. We're going to move this into cutting. So we cut this on this 90-watt laser. We cut it at a rate of 10 millimeters per second for 45% of the laser power, and that does a good job. You can see that we're doing that layer 10 millimeters per second, 45, and we're cutting. We can do a preview, and it will calculate and show me that it is going to take 9 minutes to cut all of this out, and it will show me, I can drag, and it's going to show exactly how this is going to cut. So let's get into it. I'll get you over on top of the laser. Turn the laser on. We always monitor it, make sure we're not burning the house down. I'll just put you over kind of the center, and whatever it is you can see, we're going to see. Well, that beep means it's done. We give it a little bit of time to let our temporary exhaust work there. I've got a fan on this, and then we vent it out, but we're going to get an inline booster motor to help with the airflow out. But let's see what we got here. We got a bunch of holes cut. We've done test burns, so we know it's going to basically burn through without using up the laser. And it makes a clean cut on the other side. So we got this made. Let's assemble the 2x4s and see if we can test it on some chestnuts. Unfortunately, I've sold most of the large or extra large chestnuts. Change of plans, I had some decent one by, I'm going to use it instead. Fire up the finger chopper. Driveway's on a little downhill slope. All right, we have our homemade sorter here, cut out of 1/4 inch birch plywood, and then it's 13 inches by 19 inches on the outer diameter. And we're going to sort out some chestnuts. Turns out everybody likes large and extra large, so nobody buys my regular size, which are good. But so most of these should fall through. I only have a few large, extra large left. So we're going to load up the box, see what falls through and what doesn't, because I've been using my eyeball to tell me what's large and extra large. And we'll see what falls through and what doesn't. Maybe they all fall through. And all but 2 or 3 nuts fell through. So that is going to be for large and extra large nuts. Well, I can just call them XL if Chestnut Ridge of Pike County calls anything over 1 1/8 inch extra large. So that's pretty quick work of these. Now I'm going to work on the next one, which is going to be to sort for the large. So I've been calling large and extra large. As of this moment, anything that is 1 1/8 inch or bigger is going to be extra large, and then everything over an inch is going to be large. So I'm going to adjust my program to all 1 inch circles and then kind of repeat the process. If I cut it to meet the inner layer and put the holes in the same spot, I may be able to just inlay it and just have things that go in and out of this same thing. So I'll get to work on that, and that'll be the project. I can already see things I can make improved. I could cut a circle, make it fit the top of a bucket, immediately have it in a bucket, rather than putting it out onto the top of a towel and then sorting those back out again. All right. I'm going to leave the frame where it belongs to make sure that I cut this the right size to fit in. So I've got to be careful about that. Cut the width right, but the length wrong. So I need to cut that off. All right, I had to cut through that because I forgot about the sides.
like a glove. And now I can just easily insert this. And if you look at the other side, it's gloving down on the 1 inch 1 1/8, and it's getting me the 1 inch. So that'll allow me to sort for 1 inch large chestnuts. Love it. What do you guys think?
Hopefully you enjoyed my making of a homemade laser beam chestnut sorter. Hopefully your guys' fall is going great. Hopefully you're seeing some big bucks. We'll see you on the next one. Remember, guys and gals, if you're not growing, you're dying. See you on the next one.